Wow, what a sight. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. Events of this magnitude don't happen on their own. So in addition to those who have been thanked, we need to acknowledge a few people. Can I have a big round of applause, please, for our MCs this evening, our ministers who are doing a fantastic job, Minister Baird and Minister Kenny. I would also like to acknowledge the staff of the Metro Toronto Convention Centre, PR Creative Caterers, and Mandel Entertainment, all for making tonight possible. Thank you. And a very special thank you to our dinner co-chairs, the Honourable Linda Fromm and Howard Sokolowski. Linda and Howard, before I met you, my life was boring. We started talking about tonight over 2 years ago. JNF originally asked if the two of you would be our honorees this evening, but your selfless response was that the person who deserved it the most was our Prime Minister, Stephen Harper. And let me be very clear, you made tonight happen, and we can never thank you enough. Linda and Howard, thank you so much for making our 65th annual Negev dinner a reality, supporting JNF, and everything you do for our community and for Israel. Thank you. I am so proud to be able to represent one of the oldest, largest Zionist organizations in the world. JNF is the only organization that covers 100% of Israel, and the only one that predates the state by almost 50 years. Decades ago, JNF was needed for the early creation of a Jewish state to thrive, while today we have become a high-tech, forward-looking organization that ensures that Israel will thrive. And tonight, we are so fortunate. Prime Minister, thank you for allowing us to honor you this evening and everything that you are doing for Canada and for Canadians. Thank you. This evening is focused on the morally enriched stance that you have continued to take on Israel, fighting anti-Semitism and helping to preserve the memory of the Holocaust. Tonight is the largest dinner honoring a sitting Prime Minister in Canadian history. Mr. Prime Minister, you have shown us that around the world we should accept no less than true friendship, and that if you are our friend, you will be our friend everywhere, in the House of Commons, at the Francophonie, at the United Nations, and at cocktail parties, without any regard for political costs. You have taught us that your friends stand with you shoulder to shoulder, regardless of the size of the bully, and you have raised the bar for what it is to be considered a true friend of Israel. And we as a community must never accept anything less going forward. We don't want to be whispered to in private meetings that a leader spoke up for us behind closed doors, because you, Mr. Prime Minister, have spoken up for us everywhere. Your actions will have an impact on all of us for generations to come. And on behalf of the Jewish National Fund, our children and our grandchildren, we can't possibly thank you enough, because everyone in this room has a story. Young and old, immigrants, survivors, veterans, and probably a few doctors and lawyers. For generations, our ancestors hoped and prayed that someday a leader would come along that would speak up for freedom, justice, and democracy. Mr. Prime Minister, you are that leader. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Josh. And now I'm very pleased to call to the podium one of the finest parliamentarians and her husband, a great business leader, and someone who has done so much for the City of Toronto. The two of them have put in countless hours to ensure the success of tonight's event and the campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, our dinner co-chairs, the Honourable Linda Frum and Howard Sokolowski.